Hey Tullies, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Today we will be showing you guys our attempt at making Fashion Nova's side hinge jeans for less than half the cost of what they're sold on the website. So let's get started. The first thing that I did was I went ahead to Goodwill and I bought myself two very nice pair of jeans that I thought that the colors were pretty close to each other. That way that I know that it would blend in with my jeans when I actually get them together. The second thing that I started to do was I printed out the image so that I can have a reference on where to cut and where to distress my jeans. So I just was kind of like freestyling it as I watched as well. So from here you guys see that I'm cutting out big holes and little holes, and after that I'll start to use a tweezer and different tools to actually tug and pull out the threads. Different jeans will have different effects because as you guys can see on the there's some jeans that have like the white threading, but this was all blue. So you guys will see that there's a difference, but I still love the way that it came out. Okay, so in this part I have like a piece of whiteboard, dry erase marker board on the inside. That's helping me to be able to have something to scrape on and something to keep the jeans spread out. You guys don't need that, but if you do want to have that, you can put a book, or you could put maybe a piece of cardboard, different things like that that will keep your leg open if you desire to do so. And we're just having fun here. I'm scraping it different directions. I find that pulling to the side and also cutting upwards with my scissors, making extra little openings, kind of help with the distressing process. It is something to have fun with. So I am literally on the floor listening to praise and worship, and I just decided that, okay, this is going to be a God thing, okay, and we're going to make this a voiceover. So that is basically what's going on here. So if you guys want to watch a quick Netflix video, movie, a YouTube video, you know, do whatever you want to do while doing this, it will really help the time go by really fast by doing that, entertaining yourself while you just have fun with your jeans. Okay, and I'm doing that bottom part. I know that this is a thing nowadays, I don't know why, but with the front being cut open, I don't really wear heels, so I realized that like maybe next time I won't do that part at the bottom. So if you guys are not like a heel girl, or if you guys don't really care to show your shoes off that much, you could just leave that part without cutting the bottom open. Okay, but I'm just still distressing it, so I'm going to let you guys have some fun watching distress the jeans, and after we get done with that, I'll be back to show more about the next part. Once you're done distressing your jeans, you can add your fringe. If you're using like fabric glue, you can go ahead and add your fringe to the seam on the outside. Just make sure that you do a fold where it hides your raw end of the fringe. But if you're going to be sewing it in like me today, what you're going to do is make sure that you line up those seams to be cut the same amount. So now that I have my beginning of where we wanted it to begin, I'm going to use one side to show the other side where we need it to end, and we're going to be ending right under the pocket so we don't cut or don't sew the pocket in this project. Okay, after you figure out how much you need, you're going to use that cut piece to cut the other pair of jeans legs. That's going to be your fringe. Okay guys, you're going to use that to create those wild cowboy hairs on the side of your pants. All right, or you guys, I've seen a lot of people do other things like different materials that are already created in the store. That's absolutely fine as well, but this one will be doing denim. Okay, so we just cut our pants open, and we're using the back side that doesn't have any ash, and I'm just making sure that they're all lined up and testing how that would look as far as the image is showing me and the size that she has on her image from Fashion Nova. Okay, so after I tested it out, I made sure that I could fringe it. I made sure that it'll look nice until I realized that it needs to be reversed because we want it to be facing the same direction once we finish sewing it. So I went ahead, reversed it, cut off the parts that I already started, and I'm just cutting a thin strip of like denim each cut. The thinner, the more curly it will be, but if you make it too curly, it will probably easily bust off or pop off with washing and different things like that. You're just going to continue to cut your slits into the end of the jeans, and you want to make sure that you leave a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch seam allowance in the back. That's why you guys see that I did not cut it all off. That's what we're going to use to sew it into the original pair of distressed jeans. That's what's going to give us that stability and make sure that all of these stay together in the process of adding it to the other jeans. I'm going to let go of the bottom hem of these. I'm going to just cut that and get rid of it. Okay, we don't need that part. And as you guys can see, just from playing around with it, it's already starting to get that nice curly look. I didn't wash it yet. I didn't do the second wash to make it all nice and fringy, extra fringy, so that will look even better once you guys do that. At this point, I went ahead and grabbed my clips. I find that clips were really helpful instead of using pins, but it's really up to you guys. Whatever you have, you most definitely can use. And right here, I'm finding out how I'm going to add it and where I'm going to add it. I wanted to make sure that my fringe is the same size as the opening of my jeans, and you guys can see how it's going to look once we are done. And I really do love it. If I found like some thick pieces or pieces that I didn't like want to be there, I went ahead and recut them or cut them more just to know how I wanted it to be. And now we're going to actually add it with the pins. So you want to push the fringes on the inside of the jeans, and we're going to have that seam allowance on the outside. Okay, so stuff all of that in there, and you're going to just start clipping. You're going to clip that opening with that seam allowance that we left, so 1/2 inch or 1 inch. That's what we are clipping right now. Okay, and from the openings and the distressed parts, you guys can see my fringes. Make sure that you don't sew those or like they're not all over the place when you're actually sewing it. Okay, so now we have our clips in place. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. If you guys do want to use fabric glue or a liquid stitch, go ahead and try it. Please try it and let us know if it works, because a lot of people don't sew, but they do want to still do things like this. Or if you guys want me to try, I'll go ahead and buy another double pair of jeans, and I'll make sure that it's boyfriend cut so it has that nice baggy look. Let me know. Like, I'm open to doing video requests. I do Cricut, I do sewing, I do sublimation, all that. So leave requests in the comments below and I got you guys. Okay, and as you guys can see, I will be serging my pants seam on this video. You guys absolutely can go ahead and use a sewing machine or, you know, your liquid stitch, whatever you guys feel is best and you know will be secure for you. That's absolutely fine, especially if you're doing it for yourself. But because I am a business owner and I do things for my customer, I just found that the serger was a great investment. I am using the Brother Lock 1034DX, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the link in the description below so you guys can check it out and purchase it if that's what you desire to do. So we're going to sew one side. Once I am done with that, we're going to do the same thing on the exact opposite side. Now this is creating a nice, like a rawless seam, if that makes any sense, so you don't have to worry about like fraying of fabric or anything of that sort. You just go ahead and sew a straight line. Like, it is super easy. Like, this is one of those projects where it's like, wow, I didn't know that it would really be that easy. And you guys can see my white thread here. You can see that I went ahead and I serged those together. You can use scissors, you can use a seam ripper, you can use whatever you choose to go ahead and cut that remaining thread off. Some people like to crochet it back up, but I like to just clip it, find a way to snip it away, and I like to use maybe a lighter, different things like that to seal and burn my polyester thread to make it not unravel. Okay, so now that we are done with that part, I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Once we finish the other side of our jeans, your project will be done. Throw it in a washer and the dryer to get the nice curly fringe look right after, or you guys can wear it fresh this time and then get a nicer, more fringe look after you wash it. That's what I decided to do. So in this thumbnail, you'll see the fresh example. If you guys try this out, please leave your picture and HowtoTully, join our group. We love to be a part of the community and we would love for you to be a part of ours. And we are so happy that you guys chose to find out how to do this with us. This is my bread and butter. Leave some butter by liking this video, attack the like button, and drop some bread by leaving a comment. It really do help us out on YouTube and with the algorithm. We'll see you guys here next time on HowtoTully, and be easy.